I'm short, so I'll be brief. And I want to tell the story about bulls and mosquitoes and earthquakes and geology teachers, and Iran and Tajikistan and Kashmir and China and Denver in under 6.5 minutes. And I want to talk first about the Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Now, in Dushanbe, there's a bull underneath the earth, people believe, and that causes earthquakes. And the bull is bothered by mosquitoes. And so when the bull shakes, the earth rumbles. Now, this is a problem because some buildings sink and some buildings sway. And this issue of earthquakes is a very big deal. The students don't know what's going on. And so enter someone named Solmaz Mohajir. And Solmaz was born in Iran and experienced a 2003 earthquake in Iran. And then she's a geology teacher, so she went to Kashmir in 2005 with her GPS equipment, and she saw what was going on there. She saw that the buildings sway and sink, and people didn't know what to do. And so she began to create these lessons, and she created media, and she created stories, and the students made books. And this is, the mosquito that they built. I had to have this mosquito. And what happened in Tajikistan is the students began to create the curriculum around excellent science. So this is an earthquake-prone area, Tajikistan, right? And then, of course, Kashmir. And then, of course, with popsicles and sticks and other kinds of things going on, China. Now, the Chinese earthquake took place May 12, 2008. My organization had been working in this area, the exact epicenter, basically the exact epicenter. So we lost students, we lost teachers, we lost buildings, and I really thought I was going to lose my mind. And what ends up happening is that people, I guess, arrive for a reason. And Solmaz got in touch with us and says, I have something, and I want to share this with you, these 13 lessons. And overnight, it seemed, technology, education merged for a moment. Films were translated and subtitled, pamphlets and podcasts and program, and people, by the way, who I have to say are incredibly high-res people. And one of the things that we saw very quickly is that this earthquake, where this is a shrine parents put up in the very area where we worked. And this shrine had to stay because the parents really wanted the schools safe. Can you imagine all the things going on in the world and the schools kill your kid in a one child per family kind of setting? And so what happened was that Solmaz accompanied me to China, and we talked with the Bureau of Education, who had asked us back, and the Bureau said, come back and teach science and safety. It'll bring the parents in. But here's the deal. Solmaz began to talk with and showed the film about the bulls and the mosquitoes. And what happened was that we thought the guy was going to say, the Bureau head, oh, this is China. That's Tajikistan. Tajikistan, poor country. We're, a developed country. He didn't say that. He said, I've not only learned something, but I don't feel alone anymore because this is happening to someone else. So I'd like Solmaz to speak for herself.
Emergency education here at Teachers Without Borders focuses on preparedness and planning. We taught a workshop in April 2009 and focused on earthquake science, safety, and mitigation. And all of these concepts were introduced through several interactive, hands-on, inquiry-based lesson plans. We know emergency education can save lives. We know very well that even one retrofitted school can save thousands of lives. Teachers do have a voice, and unfortunately, their voices are not being heard.
Voices not being heard is really troublesome. And what ended up happening is, of course, voices are not heard in Haiti, where the Purdue University warned the government that there would be a 7.x earthquake. It was a 7.2 earthquake. It was a shallow earthquake, 13 miles under the surface of the earth, and a perfect storm, really, because you had shoddy construction in a densely populated area, and then you had a people who wanted, when there's a civil disturbance of any kind, a national or a natural disaster, their instinctual and immediate response is to run indoors. So that's how they died. And, I didn't know what to do, once again, felt alone myself. And so here's an interesting story, bringing it back to Denver, is that my daughter here is in the audience here, and is a teacher in Denver, and at Florida Pitt Waller School. And she's preparing her lessons about the geological formations, the Colorado Student Assessment Program. And she doesn't know what to do. There are 2 Haitian kids in her class. They're frantically looking for any signs of life from home. The rest of the kids in the class are completely freaked out about this. And then what ended up happening is that, once again, the call went out. Now, French and Creole and posters and podcasts and programs and people working in Haiti. This is this kind of collective experience about something that was, inspired in Iran and conceived in Kashmir, and tested in Tajikistan and re-engineered in China and made available for Haiti and for Denver. So with a textbook in one hand, and a telephone in another, she got the popsicle sticks and the shake tables and all the materials that you need, and she made a difference. And her kids achieved, and she didn't feel so all alone. So in the time I have left, I just want to say that there's unbelievable technology out there. I just wish it were available and accessible and adaptable and acceptable, and that you could take your work, recycle it, come up with a gigantic recycling machine, at the post office, just drop it off and have it travel around the world, subtitled and changed. And I do believe that we're going to make the kind of difference that is the kind of reciprocity and generosity and grace and goodwill that teachers are known for all over the world. Zero.
Okay.